So this is basically how I'm able to write so much, and I'm going to show you what an outline actually looks like. And to prove to you that I have not planned this one bit or thought about what we're going to do together, I am only going to search things that you have dropped in the chat. Meaning I'm going to need participation from all of you in the next 10 minutes while I do this. And I'm going to show you how fast I can create an outline. So I'm going into my screen now, and basically what we are going to do is we are going to basically look through my notes. And if you see any idea that is interesting to you, just throw the idea in the chat. I'm not going to search anything until I get a word, and I'm just going to pick the words that I think are interesting. So drop ideas, whether it's coordination, beautiful. Okay, CPG, yeah, let's do that. Okay, so here's my CPG innovation. So let's see. Future of CPG. How's this? The food industry is transforming before our eyes. So we can, ooh, this looks interesting. Research and development. Okay, let's see what else is in here. CPG, China. Ooh, that'll be interesting. Okay. Let's just add China and commerce. And as you can see, just all these ideas come up and they just randomly come in here. Let's see, Taobao villages. No, that doesn't look particularly interesting. Okay, let's see. Oh, 5 big Chinese carriers. And then Chinese ports. So I'm thinking of some kind of thesis around CPG industry relationships between China and America. So now please only suggest ideas that fall into that theme so we can get a little bit more specific. Why don't we just talk about Shenzhen? Tariffs. Let's see. Oh, this looks interesting. So we'll start with a history of Shenzhen. And we can throw in these 2 quotes right here. And then we can talk about the current Chinese economy, the modern Chinese economy. And we can bring this in. Okay. Now we want something nice. Ooh, this is a great one right here. Let's see, manufacturing, China. Let's see what comes up. Mirage, that was a great recommendation. Let's see, I need another word. Well, let's do tariffs. Nice, this looks good. Industrial capacity manufacturing, that might be helpful for later. Oh, this is great. Total US manufacturing, so state of the American economy. And let's see, intellectual property, that's great. Thanks, Glenn. So as you can see, we've been doing this for 3 minutes, and we already have the basics of a serious post here. So let's see, intellectual property, we'll add China just to keep things on point. Please keep the ideas coming. The more the merry. That way you can just pick the best ones. Oh, wow, look at this. And then we can talk about the relationship between China and the US. Oh, that's a great quote, great stat. So yeah, I'm just looking for statistics and other ways now to boost credibility. And if you begin to see some themes emerging, and you think that there is a thesis that we can begin to bring in with all these facts on the left side of the screen, please let me know, and then we can begin to compile an outline around that thesis. Let's see. Wow. It's a crazy stat. What's wild about this is I don't remember reading the vast majority of these things. So all this is random. I just have hundreds and hundreds of notes that I can borrow from. And now you can see this coming in. I will share the outline with you. But I would love to hear if any themes begin to come to mind for you. History of Shenzhen. Okay, so now let's just transition into CPG and China. Let's see that kind of that original idea. No. Oh, this will be good. Wow. That's a great stat. Let's see, CPG, China. Just gonna go into my CPG folder. We can see if there's any trends. Oh, I like that. Outsourcing, transportation, and logistics. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of compile a list of CPG trends down here, and then we can find we can string together some kind of narrative between China and CPG. Perfect. This looks great. So what I would do is, this is sort of the thesis that's emerging for me. It's something like big consumer CPG, big American consumer CPG companies used to innovate in-house. Now they're, and we can use this, we could say, and we can look at this, now they're outsourcing research and development. Products are increasingly made in China, even if they're designed in America. The shift in manufacturing from America to China is reshaping the world economy and has profound consequences for the future of American industry. So I think that, honestly, that is right there. I mean, that's 9 minutes of creating this thing. And for the average person, that would probably take a couple hours. And I had all of that right there. And if I spent the next 50 minutes, just 50 minutes, I would have an article totally complete. And those were just excerpts of things that I found interesting when I was writing, different ideas that stuck out for whatever reason or another. Honestly, I didn't remember ever reading 80% of that. And so basically what I'm doing when I read is I'm saving notes for my future self so that at any moment in the future, if you give me any content, I can then spin up the best of information. And now you might ask, well, why wouldn't you just Google that? And this is the thing. Google will never, ever, ever give me content that's as personalized, targeted, and high quality as what I just found. Everything in my Evernote is of ultra high quality because I have multiple layers of how I get things in there. I am ruthless about making sure that my information filters are top notch. So I only want really good content coming to me. Then out of that content, I only save the very most interesting things. Then out of that, I only actually highlight and put into my Evernote the very best of the very best of the very best. And so then in 9 minutes, I can create something that would take just your ordinary author or journalist a couple of hours. And it's just because of this system, which we've just given you here right now. And so to begin to wrap up, this is the process of information capture, save it all in Evernote, and then you can write just like we do. And if you're interested in doing this, I am starting my next rite of passage cohort on November 6th. This is about 5% of what rite of passage is, probably less. And I would love for you to join. You're going to learn how to do all of this. And then you are also going to be doing this with a community of many, many people who are all trying to write with you. And Tiago, if you could drop a link to the Rite of Passage website, that would be fantastic. But I would love for you to join me, and I will show you all of this and then help you to improve your creative process. And really just building a second brain. And what we went through today, what we did today was 5% of what you can do with this system, probably less. And I really mean it when I say having this note-taking system is absolutely transformative in what you can achieve in small nuggets of time. And you can be more productive and spend less time working. You can produce more and have more freedom away from the computer. And that's what we're all going for in life. We want all this information to turn from a source of anxiety to a source of strength. And this system is how we do that.